on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Keep it up, guys. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Devin McCourty brings him down.
10 logo.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught out left side by Casper. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And this one complete to Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 72 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 2nd down, Forte. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. To throw is RG3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Griffin's pass complete to number 81.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Next to score, Lions 7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Number 53. Mike 53. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now we give running left. It's Bettis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down.
Foul.
Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
Here we go.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg Olsen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big pickup there for the Eagles first down, 18 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 20, 10. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Griffin steps away to his left, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. On 3rd down, Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
11 yards there, first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the set.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. He's scared.
5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Being chased out left. And the Eagles have recovered. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready? And Logo.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 43-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a first down throw, complete downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork, and some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection, that what they've worked on in practice all week, they've just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And, boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Griffin. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just get a good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
3rd down, here's Forte. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
That's going to be caught. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Here's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a visiting line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. They find some open field here. A big run there by Johnson. 42 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Eagles defense able to hold.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, please.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Set, 30 base.
Second and 12. At the 34-yard line.
Get ready.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That one complete to Bettis.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here we go with Forte. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now it's Griffin. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. 2nd and 10 now. Griffin. Johnson's got it complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. Flush to his right. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A run right side, it's Bettis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Griffin, he finds his man Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 2. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Watch the screen.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. It's complete to Cruz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now Griffin. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brandon Marshall. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Lets it go for Nelson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Again, it's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. On third down, Johnson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Forced out to his left. And the Detroit Lions hit pay dirt.
That's it. Touchdown, baby.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. This is Casper catching it out right. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught. Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. They're going to look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 13. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Doug Pederson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. He's got Casper over the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, Griffin's going to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles.